Hi everyone, it's James here from Pro Tools Expert, and we are still at the NAMM Show 2016. I've made my way to the Waves booth and I've found this reprobate. Luke, tell us what's new in the world of Waves.
Oh man, it's a dizzying amount of plugins that we have come out with the last few years. We're not stopping the production cycle anytime soon.
Good stuff.
In fact, you're going to see a lot more plugins than what we have right now in 2016. But I do want to show you at least what has been just released, and then a new beta version of a plugin that's going to come out very soon. So
awesome.
Let's check them out. So we've got, first off, the Greg Wells bundle, which is about half done. There's going to be a few more plugins coming out soon that'll add to him, and then we'll make it an entire package. For now, we have a mix-centric plugin, a vocal-centric plugin, and a piano-centric plugin. And with our artist signature line, just like all the other artist signature plugins, the concept is the same. We went into Greg's recording studio, which is, if you don't know who Greg Wells is,
Then,
Adele,
quite frankly, you
Katy
should.
Perry,
Yeah.
exactly right. Songwriter, producer, just an all-around great guy. And by the way, golden ears. So we asked him very nicely, we're gonna come into your studio, please wire up all the gear you might use for a certain type of instrument. Now Greg actually built and wanted the plugin, right, to be a little bit easier to use than even the existing artist signature stuff, which is already really easy to use. So it's really about one knob on these guys. So if we start with the mix-centric and the vocal-centric, the concept is similar with the big knobs, meaning that if I'm at like 0 to 25%, I'm only really touching the first thing Greg puts in his signal path, right? And then I turn it up a little higher, and now I'm going through the second thing, the second processor. And then I go up 50 to 75, and now I'm in the first processor, the second processor, and then the third processor. And by the time I'm at 100%, I've gone through his full signal path. It's probably the most extreme amount of processing you can get with the plugin, but even just a little bit, you get some nice flavor, and you're just starting to basically go through his path that way. So the mix-centric, that's all it is, just a one knob, and you have a handy gain reduction after that. Down here, vocal-centric, after you get through the dry effects, essentially, he puts some time-based effects afterwards that you can add to each other, and they're all working in parallel. So, you know, the delay time is fixed, the reverb time is fixed. Why? Because Greg told us to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then we have the piano-centric plugin, and this one's a little different in what the knob does, because you actually want to start at 0 on this. And once you go to the left, right, you're actually getting a few things happening. We call it lo-fi to hi-fi, but you're hearing darker, you're hearing the stereo image shrink into mono, you're hearing some other interesting filtering effects maybe, and then as you go up, you're at a higher fidelity, you get a brighter sound, stereo image widens up.
Sweet.
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it really allows you to make a piano sound like a little toy or a beautiful big grand.
Awesome.
Right, all in the one knob. Yeah.
To me, it's the thing about the Wave signature stuff generally is its simplicity. It just makes it sound better.
Right.
You know, and if that's, someone said, but that's easy. So what's wrong with easy? The whole point of what we do is it's supposed to be.
It's just another tool, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I think there's still a certain amount of people out there that feels like this is cheating. But for the rest of the world, if you're a professional, time is money. If you're an amateur, you'd like easy stuff to use.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a great tool for anybody.
If this is cheating, then I'm a cheat.
I'm a cheat too.
Yeah.
So here we go. Now, the Abbey Road bundle, which has done very well for us. This plugin is not actually released yet. Will be in a couple of weeks. And it's going to be added to the Abbey Road bundle. It's going to be the Abbey Road Plates, right? So we went and basically modeled their plates. And they do use EMI steel.
Right.
But after that, since we all know the Abbey Road technicians are every bit as talented as the engineers, they customized it.
Yep.
They customized the amps, they customized a lot of the controls of the place that they have. So they have custom controllers built.
Yep.
So all kinds of cool stuff that we did try to represent in the plugin as best we could. Sonically, it's amazing. And I think we're coming out with it at a good time in where the technology is.
Yep.
You know, AX Native is a better plugin format. VST3 is a better plugin format. Computers are faster.
Yep.
Our SoundGrid DSP engines are faster and more powerful than they used to be. So it sounds amazing, but it also doesn't totally crash your computer.
Yep.
Last thing I want to mention, and we've been threatening to do this for a very long time, but we're dangerously close to having both Plugin Alliance and Flux release SoundGrid compatible plugins.
Awesome.
So we have...
So effectively third party now available, will be soon
Very soon.
available for SoundGrid.
Very soon.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that bridges live, bridges studio, works in both places because it's the same plugin format. So you're able to get a lot of, other options, other flavors. You know, there's 165 waves plugins, so we feel like that's a good start. But there's also a lot of other good plugin companies out there that people want to use.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're going with it. Open as possible.
Awesome. Luke, thank you so much, buddy.
Pleasure, James.
I've been James from Pro Tools Expert here at NAMM 2016.